I'm Sinai Peter. I am the director of the play Pangs of the Messiah. I demonstrated from time to time there, near the settlements and against them in a way, but visiting them was something that I couldn't do it. At the beginning it was a kind of political boycott, then I didn't think it's so necessary, yet I couldn't do it emotionally. And of course I had to do it. You do a play about a settlement, you should do it. And I took the set designer Kinneret with me, and we both made a trip to Ofra, and we met two very charming women who live there. I enjoyed very much the hospitality, I enjoyed very much the landscape, which is amazing. And of course I went through this 3 hours of trying to understand how these people can survive there, live quite a significant cultural life, and yet experience such denial of everything that's going around them, including the Arab village, which sits on the fence of the settlement, and you can hear the noise of the muezzin coming through the window, and they never meet. This is what makes their effort for colonization sometimes very pathetic. They don't consider their real force in the world. It's an anachronistic move. Yet, surprisingly, in the last 40 years, it works. First of all, because they're convinced in it, and secondly, because they want to attract the sympathy of the Israeli people. They use Zionist rhetoric. So you have to ask yourself, this is one thing. And the second thing is that no settlement had been found without the accord of the Israeli governments. It's not a one-man or three-man show. They cannot survive even one day without the accord of the Israeli state and its military organs. Ariel Sharon decided on the year 2005 to disengage in one-sided action from the Gaza Strip. It took a year of preparations through all kinds of democratic process and judicial process, and it was very clear that the majority of the Israelis support this decision. And I think that they did their best, I mean, as general, the settlers movement, to make, although I think they realized already that it's going to happen, they tried their best to make it as a very traumatic event. And the reasons are very clear. They want to try and to make any possible, another disengagement impossible. Well, I came back home full of thoughts. It didn't change my perspective, but it helped me to make even more decisive treatment of trying to portray the full-scale characters as much as possible, and not to judge them.
He's such a good man. He's a wonderful husband.
From political theater point of view, it's quite risky. You want to say something which, in a way, condemning their way, yet you do your best to bring them on stage as sympathetic, I wouldn't say sympathetic, but as full-scale human beings. And of course, also the play is written in a way that the family is quite a sympathetic family. And I think it's tricky, and but it's honest.
And the response of the audience is very clear. They feel great empathy towards them, no matter what are the political differences between people in the audience and the characters on stage.
The play was written in 1986. After a year, the play closed, and I stopped the dialogue with the settlers. It seems that it is really impossible to find a common ground. It seems, and I'm pretty sure that even today it is very, very difficult to find any common ground between myself and the settlers. The response of the left to the play was also hostile. And they accused me for making a compromise in order to begin the dialogue with the settlers. The play doesn't deal with the terrible conditions that the Palestinians live as a result of the occupation. And I think this criticism is valid. I accept that criticism. I only say that the play has a different focus.
I don't think this play will be seen as anti-Israel. We've got 5 extraordinary Israeli artists working on this play. They love the land of Israel no less than the settlers do. It's a line from the play, it's a line in the playbill.
But coming back to the Orthodox spectators, of course they felt that the play puts points towards their extremist beliefs. For me it was very important to say, and I said it on Tuesday, that I definitely agree and accept the fact that settlers had been betrayed by all the Israeli governments through all the years, and that sense of betrayal, I think, works on stage very strongly.
I can't understand what's happened to him. When he was chief of staff, he helped us.
But also we experience, and people who are against the settlers movement, that it is not easy for them either, because they have to go through a process of getting more and more sympathy towards the settlers. So I think this sense of embarrassment, of anger, of all of that, what was coming out from the responses of the Orthodox spectators in the audience, and it will come in the next performances. I'm sure there will be all kinds of confrontation. But the most important thing is people speak out. People speak out. It's not covered. It's not romanticized. There are not things that shouldn't be said in the Jewish Community Center. They are said very loudly on both sides. It's very important.